Hello Internet, and welcome back to the last episode of Pokemon White version. It feels surreal to say that out loud. The first thing I want to talk about is the Entralink. Obviously, we've already done everything related to the Entralink on an earlier episode. I was intending to do it on this episode, but I genuinely just forgot. However, the Entralink and the Sea-Gear are related, and there's still some things to talk about regarding the Sea-Gear. So, obviously you can change the icons on the Sea-Gear by pressing on the logo. A little less grating than having hearts covering the screen, so that's good. On top of this, there used to be skins for your Sea-Gear that would add an image on the bottom screen, as well as skins for your Pokédex featuring either the Kanto or Unova starters. These were exclusive largely to Japan and Europe, and mostly at tournaments like the Pokemon World Championships. There are some cool ones though, I especially like the Meloetta one for the Sea-Gear. As for the Entralink, this was the first time simultaneous multiplayer existed in this series, and it was weird. So, one player could travel to another's world and sell them items for ridiculously high markup, battle them, give them various power-ups, and more. It was weird, and I can't imagine it was ever used much. But apparently, some people used it, so they brought it back for the sequel. And they brought back certain features of it in Generation 6 as well. Other than that, there's not much to talk about. Thank you to Chucky Conroy for the footage of the Entralink, though. Next, we have caught and gone over a lot of Pokemon since the beginning of this adventure. I would like to give all of them recognition now. Zekrom can be in the box for now, I guess. Matt Patrat, who was supposed to be a Lillipup, but she used Cut once, so good for her. Fluffy, the Cottony that we got from that lass all that time ago that we traded for Bill. I don't think this throw ever really did anything, but we did catch a throw at one point. Celebi. This Pokemon allowed us to meet Zorua in the Game Freak building. Victini. The Pokemon that we caught on Liberty Island. The Liberty Garden, not Liberty Island, that's a real place. With a very fitting nature. Venipede, who we caught to show a clown in an art gallery. Crush, the Tortuga that we got from a fossil that we got in the Relic Castle. I don't know why my mind blanked there. Raikou, Entei, and Suicune, 3 Pokemon that had a feud with Zoroark and allowed us to meet her as a result. Why did I catch this fungus? Jesus Suck, who is a Tynamo who I caught in Chargestone Cave because it was a 2% encounter, and I was talking about the censored names in Generation 5, and Jesus Sucks was one of them, but Jesus Sucks sure wasn't. And okay. The second one. Mini Pete, who we traded to a hiker for our Boldore. We got from a hiker in a trade for our Boldore, rather. Sneezy. This was originally going to be the 6th member, or the 5th member of my team, before we ran into our shiny Vanillite. Waste. Because what a waste. Flick. I don't remember why I caught this. Darmani, the Darmanitan who we caught in the Desert Resort, who has its hidden ability, Zen Mode. Bob, a 5% encounter Reuniclus from Route 9. Valdi, the Clink from another universe that allowed us to invent a time machine to help time. Thundurus, who we caught at a point. who was causing severe thunderstorms across the Unova region. Tornadus, who was caught in an alternate universe, causing storms across the region. Dootland, who was with us for a very long time, well, sort of, who was in the daycare for a very long time and then left the daycare in order to join us to fight the Pokémon League, and who is now a major Broadway star in this universe. Creature. Musharna, who we caught in the Dream Yard, who has its hidden ability of telepathy. A very remote little static encounter that I honestly forgot about when I was going over how they respawn. This will also respawn if you defeat it and then fight Alder. Meloetta, who, dear god, I wish got any sort of in-game event other than just the Relic song cutscene, which is still one of my favorite cutscenes in the Pokemon series. Volcarona, who we caught all the way back in the Relic Castle, on our second visit, specifically. Company? I don't know why you're named that, but another Darmanitan who we caught in the Desert Resort. Mrs. Krabs, who... I think I caught this in Driftvale City, I don't remember why. Eeks, the Rotom, who we got by trading a Ditto who we caught in the Giant Chasm. Kyurem, who we caught in the Giant Chasm. Gorge, the Munchlax, who we got in Undella Town during the summer. Landorus, the leader of the forces of nature, who put a stop to Thundurus and Tornadus when they were first causing chaos. Magby, who we caught to prove Pokemon live in White Forest, even though it should have been pretty obvious by the amount of tall grass there. Keldeo, the youngest of the Swords of Justice, who learned its secret move, Secret Sword, when we visited the Moor of Iceris, as well as its parents, the Swords of Justice, Cobalion, Virizion, and Terrakion. Shaman, who we showed a form change for once. Deoxys, who we showed a form change for, who is still in that changed form. Deoxys, or Giratina, this isn't another Deoxys. Giratina, who we showed a form change for once. Genesect, who was a creation of Team Plasma that we're hopefully giving a better life along with all these other Pokemon. Eevee, who we caught in the Dream World. Wooper, who we caught in the Dream World. Steven, this is from Pokemon Fire Red, I don't really need to give you thanks this time. Accumula, Pokemon Coliseum. Squidward from Sun and Moon. Hondo from Fire Red. Ingo from Emerald. Rocky from Soul Silver, Lance from Soul Silver, Athena from Fire Red, Midnight from Coliseum, Lotta from Coliseum, Pancake from Sun and Moon, Weebles from Fire Red, Pain from Sun and Moon, Axel from Soul Silver, Summer from Emerald, Solaris from Coliseum, Galileo from Fire Red, and Ego from Soul Silver. As well as Blue Eye, who we got in a trade all that time ago in Driftvale City, who ended up being a very useful HM user for Surf, Waterfall, and Dive. Lillipup, who used Pickup for 30-something episodes, I think. And Eugene, who in the end was probably our most used HM user other than Ducklet. And who could forget Ducklet? I could. Now, there is some unfinished business here in Undella Town. Before that, let's learn a little bit more about the team who got us this far. We never truly got to read the Pokédex entries for the evolved forms of all our team members. Starting with Servine. They avoid attacks by sinking into the shadows of thick foliage. They retaliate with masterful whipping techniques. Superior, the regal Pokemon. They raise their heads to intimidate opponents, but only give it their all when fighting a powerful opponent. Stoutland, the big-hearted Pokémon. This extremely wise Pokémon excels at rescuing people stranded at sea or in the mountains, giving a bit of an explanation as to how it can use Surf. Simipour, the geyser Pokémon. The high-pressure water expelled from its tail is so powerful, it can destroy a concrete wall. Excadrill, the subterranean Pokémon. More than 300 feet below the surface, they build maze-like nests. Their activity can be destructive to subway tunnels. We've read Darmanitans before. When weakened in battle, it transforms into a stone statue. Then it sharpens its mind and fights on mentally. I don't like that this entry is specifically targeted towards the Zen form. Vanillish. It conceals itself from enemy eyes by creating many small ice particles and hiding among them. And Vanillux, the snowstorm Pokémon. If both heads get angry simultaneously, this Pokémon expels a blizzard, burying everything in snow. And last but not least, one we've already read, Zekrom. Deep Black Pokémon. This Pokémon appears in Legends. In its tail, it has a giant generator that creates electricity. I need to make sure I'm prepared for this real quick. That trainer card! That wonderful shade! That sparkle! I've seen several trainers with silver trainer cards already, but you're the first to top them all with that impressive trainer card. Oh, White, may I please heal your Pokémon? Well, I didn't know that dialogue existed. Thank you for waiting. We've restored your Pokémon to full health. We hope to see you again. Great to see you, White. You want the usual, right? No shot. Do the shops do anything different? They don't. It's just the nurse. Here's my number. I guess it's a good thing I stopped for a minute. Let's head in. We have some unfinished business here. I'm not going to be going over her Pokémon this time, as we actually saw all of her Pokémon on her first attempt, but let's go ahead and try things. Again. Differently. Oh, you've had a chance to get ready? I do want our Pokémon to have a match. Are you prepared to be my opponent? Never been more ready. Before I send out my Pokémon, my heart always begins to race. Interesting. My Pokémon and their Pokéballs are radiating a happy feeling. Are you the reason? What are you? I like to think I'm human. Pokémon Trainer Cynthia. She's going to lead with Spiritomb. Fuck it, I will go over the movesets again. Level 75, Ghost Dark type, pressure for the ability, knowing the moves Sucker Punch, Shadow Ball, Will-O-Wisp, and Double Team. I'm gonna go ahead and start setting up with Swords Dance because there's not much this thing can do to Excadrill. It can do Double Team, which will make things slightly more annoying, but that's fine. We're raising our attack faster than it's raising its evasiveness. Will-O-Wisp. That is the most annoying thing you could have done, but that's acceptable. And Swords Dance again. That way, I think at this point we're about +3 attack with the burn. We should still be good to one-shot most of her team. I'm not going to, don't worry, I'm not gonna cheese this fight, but I want to at least cheese the Spiritomb, which we luckily managed to hit despite the double teams. Awesome. Alright, what's next? Milotic, okay. That is for Grasslisk to deal with. If possible, I do want everyone to participate in this battle to an extent. I don't know if it will happen, but I would like for it to. I'm just gonna Leaf Blade, I'm not even gonna bother with Coil. Milotic is level 75, Water-type, Marvel Scale for the ability, knowing the moves Hydro Pump, Blizzard, Bulldoze, and Dragon Tail. And it's not going for Blizzard. Cynthia, are you okay? I should have seen the full restore coming, but I am using a move with an increased crit ratio, so maybe I crit here? Maybe? Maybe? Not even close. Did I crit the first time? Okay, it was just decreasing my speed because it knew it would outspeed the next turn, I guess. Okay. Actually scarily precise of her. Milotic fainted. What's next? Braviary. Okay. I think Strawberry. Strawberry might seem like a better option for Garchomp, but to be honest, I don't think Strawberry survives a single Stone Edge from Garchomp, and I know Garchomp outspeeds. Braviary is level 75, normal flying type, sheer force for the ability, knowing the moves Brave Bird, Crush Claw, Shadow Claw, and Retaliate. Going right for Brave Bird. You can survive this, Strawberry, can't you? Barely, but Braviary knocks itself out with Recoil. That's great. Lucario. Okay. George should be the one to deal with Lucario, I think. Lucario is level 75, Fighting Steel type, Steadfast for the ability, knowing the moves Extreme Speed, Dragon Pulse, Close Combat, and Aura Sphere. I think Waterfall. I just think getting the flinch chance would be really nice here. We didn't, but imagine. George, do you survive? You do, with a surprising amount of HP. And with that defense drop, we might... Extreme Speed, of course. I should have seen it coming. I just listed its moves and I didn't see it coming. That's fine. Okay. It will just Extreme Speed again if I send out a Pokemon on low health. I think I'm gonna go for Wilbur. Now, we don't have the attack boosts anymore, but Earthquake might still kill. It does have a defense drop. Okay. That's good. But something tells me Garchomp is next. Yep. That is for Zekrom. Garchomp is level 77, Dragon Ground type, Sandveil for the ability, knowing the moves Dragon Rush, Crunch, Earthquake, and Stone Edge. Dragon Claw is all I can really do to it. Dragon Rush is gonna hurt. That's not even a crit. That's really not good. This isn't gonna one-shot. Yeah. Yeah. I don't think Zekrom can do this. But I don't want to switch here. I'm gonna hope for a Dragon Rush miss, and it goes for Earthquake anyway. Why wouldn't it go for Earthquake in the first place? Earthquake is just a more powerful attack that still gets same type attack bonus and type advantage. It's just the AI being weird, I guess. Grasslisk might be faster. And it doesn't have a priority move. It's faster. And it hit with Dragon Rush. This is not good. It doesn't even have a setup move, and it's in a position to sweep my entire team right now. This is very bad, actually. It kills Wilbur with Earthquake, it kills Strawberry with anything, and it kills Darunia with Earthquake. I have to get very lucky here. Earthquake. It's faster, and that knocks out. Am I gonna lose again? I might. I have to hope it goes for an inaccurate move and manages to miss against Strawberry. It didn't. Okay. I think I lost. Unless Darunia somehow manages to survive an earthquake, I just lost. I'm gonna go for earthquake. I don't want that recoil yet. Yeah, we're not surviving a Stone Edge. Yep. Just lost again! And I'm at like the same level as her this time. That's awesome. Okay. I will see you back at that Garchomp, I guess. Hits with the Dragon Rush, it's gonna go Earthquake next turn. Unless this crits, this might end up going the exact same way as last time. Which, of course it didn't crit, because that would be too convenient for me. They just Dragon Claw here. Yep. I just gotta keep hoping for it to go Dragon Rush on the second turn, I guess. There's no other way for me to really conceivably do this. Actually, any move could miss George because of the Bright Powder. Ice Beam? It didn't miss, and that's gonna one-shot. We're 6 levels lower, and that has the same time. We didn't die. George got a meaningful KO for once. That's awesome. And this is the last Pokemon she has on her team right now that we haven't seen her use this battle, so... Sure, Darunia. Have your moment in the spotlight where you aren't being killed by a Garchomp. We're gonna Flare Blitz. And that should probably kill. With how strong it is, at least. Yeah. There was no shot she lived that. The last Pokemon is our Lucario, which we just went over. Electros, by the way, was level 75 Electric type, Levitate for the ability, knowing the moves Crunch, Wild Charge, Dragon Claw, and Flamethrower. This kills Lucario, and we beat Cynthia. My heart is pounding so hard because I had such a heated battle with you. You're a really great trainer. That was beyond my expectation. What an exceptional battle. You certainly bear a resemblance to that trainer who faced Giratina. Oh, pardon me, I was just thinking out loud. I love being here in spring and summer. I can't stay all year because there's so much to investigate in Sinnoh as well. You're a great trainer, and it would make me happy to see you again sometime. As Cynthia said, if you return here in the spring or summer months, she will still be here, and will challenge you to another battle. However, after you beat her the first time, she will no longer be here in the winter or the autumn. If you come here in the summer, she will be here along with female gym leaders or Elite Four members. Chantal, Caitlin, Iris, Lenora, Skyla, Elisa. All of them can show up here. And there's some cute lore associated with it, such as that, for example... If I can get to the badges, I don't know what I'm doing. This villa is not actually owned by Cynthia, it's owned by Caitlin. And she just allows Cynthia to use it because they're acquaintances, because they both come from the Sinnoh region. I'm gonna shine the badges before we actually end things off for good. I think that's reasonable. And that's all the badges shined for the first time in a very long time. It feels bittersweet. Pokemon White version means a lot to me. Even more so after working on this project and coming to learn so much more about this game that I already loved dearly. Pokemon White has gone from being tied for my favorite game in the Pokemon series and one of my favorite games of all time, to just straight up being my favorite game of all time. Tied with Xenoblade 2 and Xenoblade 3, I don't want to say that definitively. This game means a lot to me, and if you were along for the ride this time around, I hope you saw why, and I hope you saw my love for this game growing more and more as the series continued to move on. Because there's so much to love here. So much. And that's all. Maybe I haven't shown you anything you didn't know about, but I hope this LP has shown you how great this game is. I hope you enjoyed the team. I had a lot of fun putting it together, and they all had a reason for being chosen. I hope you appreciate this game as much as I do. Now, if you'll excuse me, White is off to do something more productive than live out the rest of her life with the hit waiters on Village Bridge. You may recall that Looker said N was seen in another region somewhere alongside Reshiram, and maybe White's dream is to find him. Let's find out how that goes another time. Thank you for watching Let's Play Pokemon White. But this Let's Play wouldn't have been possible on my own. I have a lot of people I need to thank here. First of all, and most obviously, thank you to Chucka Conroy. Not only for a lot of footage used throughout the series, but also for making a Let's Play that is, in and of itself, a fantastic source of information about these games. His LP also taught me a lot about effective routing in a game like this, and how I can chain things together to make a better viewing experience. This LP would not be what it is without his series. Next, I want to thank Aiden Symphony Antipop and Astrid News VA for providing their voices at multiple points throughout the series. It's a small thing, but it really brought something special to moments involving Getsus' speeches. On top of that, thanks to Astrid for listening to me ramble on and on endlessly about this game. This LP has brought me closer to this game than ever before, and if I didn't have someone to ramble to about it, I would have lost my mind. Thank you to my former roommates, including, once again, Aiden Symphony Antipop, for giving me a place where I could really bring this game's story to life with my voice. I didn't do the best job, but I did better than I could possibly have done back home. I'm glad I finished the main story where I did at the very least. And thanks to them as well for not questioning why I was yelling so much about Pokemon into my locked room. I want to thank Caswick Aiden for making the beautiful scrolling checkerboard you're seeing right now. This was used in several episodes of the LP, and they made it in a call with me while I was in the process of putting together graphics for the N and Getsus fights. I didn't ask them to. They just did, and allowed me to use it for the LP. Love when I actually have something to thank them for, but it's a tradition to thank Caswick for helping in Let's Plays on this channel even if they didn't do a thing. And I want to thank you for watching. This series was something else. 81 episodes. The longest Let's Play I've ever made, as well as the best. I went from living in Michigan to living in Virginia to being in an unstable housing situation in Michigan all during the course of this LP, and that should go to show how damn long this took to make. Without your support, this would never have happened, much less the way it did. I really can't thank you all enough.